Today we're going to be ranking the best items in Hypixel Bedwars. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. We are so close to 2,000 subs, it would mean a lot to me if we could hit that soon. Seriously guys, I spend a lot of time making these videos, so any bit of support is very much appreciated. Of course, this list is entirely my own opinion, so make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And also follow me on Twitch, as I will be streaming on there a lot. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Alright, so I might change the order within the tiers later, but I think right away we have to put Woolen S tier. I mean, there's no doubt about it that wool isn't the best item in Bed Wars. You literally need it to play Bed Wars. You can't bridge without it. It's the main block for bridging. It's the main block for pretty much everything that goes on in Bed Wars. Now, I think ladders actually falls right next to it. I know a lot of people think ladders are overrated and whatnot, but I genuinely believe they're some of the best items in Bed Wars. They're so useful in taking less knockback, and especially ladder clutching. Ladder clutching is huge to make sure that you don't die or take a lot of fall damage, and it does help you out in so many scenarios that I think it would be wrong to put it in anything below S tier. Now, I actually just replaced the F tier with the tools tier. I don't want to rank the tools anywhere else, and this is because I feel like although most people might buy the regular wood pickaxe and wood axe, those are kind of useful, especially same with shears. However, no one really buys any of the other tools unless someone has obby in which you buy a diamond pick for. Like, that's pretty much it. I think the rest of these are pretty useless. You never really see anyone use them, and that's why I don't think we should rank any of these at all, so I'm just gonna keep them in a separate category. But I guess within the tools category, it would fall something like this, maybe. There you go. I guess that seems to make more sense. I think gaps are also an S tier item. You really need gaps to save yourself in clutch situations. You give yourself extra health, and they're very, very powerful in order to let you win fights and win games. Especially for 3 gold, gaps are literally OP. Pearls also fall into the S tier category in my opinion. I believe that pearls are the #1 most worth thing that you can get with emeralds in Bed Wars. Clutch pearling is very important in a game mode where you can get easily knocked off. Aggro pearling is pretty important. Getting around places is important. Pearls are just useful for literally anything, especially if you don't have a bed and you need to clutch the game. I believe pearls are the #1 item to do so, and you shouldn't really waste your emeralds on anything else unless you have extra. Speaking of items with emeralds, okay, this is going to be controversial. Diamond armor, I'm going to place in C tier. I think diamond armor is a complete waste unless your bed is broken. If your bed is broken and you have extra emeralds lying around, then you might just be able to buy the diamond armor. The reason it's not very worth it is because of iron armor, which I'm going to put into A tier right here. And you can also get like prop 3 with diamonds pretty easily just running around the map. It just makes diamond armor not worth it with the emeralds that you could be spending on something like pearls. Whereas iron armor is very, very big. Most people buy iron armor every game. So yeah, I think it sits at the top of A tier right here. You know, I'm actually going to put stone sword right above iron armor at the top of A tier. I think stone sword is a little more worth it because you literally buy it like right away with 10 iron. It's very useful, much better than a wood sword. Only reason it's not S tier is because obviously you can get sharpness and stuff. And a lot of people just play with a wood sword. I've kind of noticed that. So I think it falls barely short of S tier right here. I don't know. I might bump this up to bottom of S tier later. We'll see. But now we're gonna put something in the E. I guess we could rename this to F because this is where the absolute trash items will go. And I mean, realistically, sponges are so useless. They're only ever good if someone floods their island over their bed defense and you need to get rid of the water fast. It's just not too useful of an item. I mean, when do you ever see anyone use sponges? It's like rarely. 1 in a million chance that you're gonna need to use a sponge in Bed Wars. Magic milk's alright. I mean, people use traps all the time, but I don't see anyone use this item. I often forget this item actually exists, so I'm just gonna put it like probably between D. I'll put it in C tier just because it's not a bad item. It's useful. It's just not really used that much at all. Chain armor will have to go in D tier. Like 40 iron, yeah, but like it's just not that great. It's better to just save up for 12 gold and get iron armor. Iron sword we're gonna put low A tier. I think iron swords are very broken, except people don't really buy them that often because they are obviously 7 gold. Usually everyone waits until they get iron armor first, and then they get a lot of gold before they actually start buying iron swords. I don't personally see people use iron swords until after the red's gone, or if like the game's about to end or whatever. But still, they're pretty OP, especially with sharpness. Now, diamond sword is something that I want to put in C, not even C, I want to put it in D tier, top D tier probably. Now, the reason being is obviously, unlike the diamond armor, you don't keep it when you die. The reason the diamond armor is better is because it's permanent. this diamond sword, 4 emeralds that you'll just lose as soon as you die. And it's like, if you have a sharp 1 iron sword, it's literally the exact same thing as the regular diamond sword. I think the 4 emeralds could be much better spent on ender pearls. It's just not too great of an item. I've barely seen anyone use diamond swords in Bedwars, to be honest. Even after your bed's broken, it's just not too great of an item. Obviously, it's the strongest sword, but like, you don't really need that. If you have a sharp 1 iron sword and you just combo someone, it's much better. And it saves you the 4 emeralds. Fireballs go in A tier for sure. I'm gonna put it slightly below iron armor. Fireballs are so useful. Obviously, you could literally blow people off the map through their bridges. You could fireball jump. They're really important for getting around the map. Really useful, especially when you have a lot of iron loaded up towards the end of games. Yeah, but overall pretty good item. Nothing bad to say about fireballs. TNT will be putting in S tier. I think right below ender pearl sits good. TNT is really important for getting around the map. Again, it's basically a better fireball. You know, TNT jumping is huge, especially on maps like Orchestra, where you could just jump from island to island. It blows up pretty much anything except obby and blastproof glass. So yeah, really good item. Speaking of obby and blastproof glass, okay, I'm gonna put obby right in C tier. Now, I personally hate people that use obsidian. I think it's very toxic and dumb because it makes me go get a diamond pickaxe. But at the same time, I can see that, especially for beginner players, it is pretty useful. It gets the job done of protecting your bed with the best material. I just see it as a waste of emeralds where you could buy something else much better. But I can see why some people might buy it. So I'm going to be putting it in low C tier. And blastproof glass, it has to sit at F tier. Yeah, it protects the TNT explosion, but then what? It gets broken in like 1 punch. It's just not that good of an item. I know people use it in ranked Bedwars. Maybe, you know what? Okay, I'll put it bottom of D tier. I just don't think it's too good because yeah, it protects the TNT, but it's like anyone can just break a hole in the glass and just place the TNT and it blows up everything inside. It's just not too useful of an item. Okay, the last items that I will be placing in S tier are 3 of them. That's right, all of the potions. These are very huge. Obviously, with speed, you can pretty much win any 1v1. You combo everyone insanely well. Jump boost, you just jump over their heads. Invis, they don't see you coming. Literally the combination, these 3 potions, and you get in total all of them for 4 emeralds. Speed and jump for 1 each, and invis for 2. Especially when you don't have a bed left and you need to break someone's bed, just get these 3 potions. They're perfect. Alright, let's get the bows out of the way now. I don't know why there's 3 bows on this tier list, but we'll just put one of them, obviously, bow and arrow, the same one. I actually won't put arrow, I'll just put bow. And I'm gonna put the bow in B tier. But it's probably gonna end up being towards low B tier. Bows are obviously good because it's Bedwars, you can knock people off, but like, no one really buys bows that often. They're pretty much the excuse for calling someone out when you die to a bow spammer. I don't know, people just don't really use them much, so yeah, it'll just sit in here in B tier. It's not a bad item, people just don't really use them. Bridge eggs are gonna go above bows, obviously, but right here in B tier. 2 emeralds, pretty OP, builds a bridge wherever you can just go around. Bridge eggs are a really good combination with like jump boots or something in case someone's just fireballing, spamming you, or has a bow or something and doesn't let you bridge to their island. You literally just chuck a bridge egg, use jump boost, and you just make it over to their base. Water buckets are also going to go in B tier above bows. Now, of course, water buckets, amazing item for clutch bucketing, stuff like that. Protecting your bed, I guess it's alright. People use it sometimes, but that's the problem. No one really uses the water buckets. Obviously, something like Skywars, you would see, it would literally be up here in S tier. I love water buckets, but like, you don't really see them get used in Bedwars at all. Especially when ladders exist, you can just ladder clutch on pretty much anything. So yeah, in terms of Bedwars, just because people don't really use them that much, it's just gonna sit here in B tier below bridge eggs. Alright, let's get the rest of the blocks out of the way. So wood is probably the best block for defending your bed other than wool. Combined with endstone, I think both of them are like the go-to blocks if you really want to protect your bed. No point in wasting your time on getting like clay or something. I'm gonna rank clay in like D tier. Honestly, it's not the greatest at all. They both get destroyed by TNT, but I mean, in terms of bed defense, these are really your best options for getting a quick one down. Knockback stick. Oh god, this one is actually controversial. You either like or hate this item, there's no in between. I think it's funny to troll with it. I'm gonna put it like right below bridge eggs in B tier. Again, really funny to troll with, but I don't personally use it that much, but I do see a lot of people use it. I mean, hey, even if you hate the item, you can't deny how powerful it is. You literally just knock someone off the map. Iron golems, C tier, right below diamond armor. Not the greatest, they're useful sometimes, but they just die too quickly, to be honest. What about bedbugs? Although bedbugs you could throw them, that's why they're much better. I'd put them slightly above iron golems, but they are just silverfish, so they die in like one hit. In the last item, we have the pop-up tower. I'm gonna put this right above bedbugs in C tier. I think that sometimes this item could be really good, especially for like cool plays and stuff like that. It's funny to box people with them and trap them or whatever. It just doesn't get that much usage at all, but it's still a cool item, cool concept, so I think I'll put it right here in C tier. And there we go, that's the Bedwars item tier list, or at least in my opinion. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about all these items in the comments down below. I think it was pretty obvious that these utility items up here along with woolen ladders are probably always just the best items. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Once again, if you made it this far and enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. We are literally right at the verge of hitting 2K subs, which truly I genuinely appreciate so much. This is also my first tier list kind of video, so if you guys do want to see more of these, make sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.